Welcome back to Hardball. Let's get into the political world. There's an old phrase in politics, I heard it years ago. Behind every great man, there's a woman trying to kill him. Now, that can be unkind, but you get the point. Sometimes the person giving the candidate the toughest time is the spouse at home, the one who's not getting the attention, the one who gets mighty jealous, in fact, when she hears the hubby getting all the attention from the jumpers out there in the audience and on the campaign staff. So with that questionable bit of political culture and legend, meet Michelle Obama. She just told Glamour magazine that her two girls get into bed with her in the morning, but insist on kicking her husband, Barack Obama, out of that bed. The hero running for president, of course, because, quote, he snores and he stinks. What, for God's sake, is the point of someone saying that about a...
I decided that on my first full day of campaigning in Michigan, that I wouldn't be fooling around, that I wasn't going to just do the same old thing. But I decided that I was going to bring out one of the greatest leaders we have in the Democratic Party. One of the greatest leaders we have in the Democratic Party. Please give it up for my friend, John Edwards.
Nazi concentration camp.
I had a uncle who was one of the who was part of the first American troops to go into Auschwitz and liberate the concentration camps. And the story in our family is that when he came home, he just went up into the attic and he didn't leave the house for 6 months.
Obama's point dealt with the need for more mental health services for today's veterans, but it was built on false history, both about his family and World War II. First, Obama didn't have an uncle who served in the U.S. Army. Second, Russian forces liberated the Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland in January of 1945. There is no record of U.S. forces entering Auschwitz because it remained in Russian hands as part of Russian-occupied Poland after the war. Barack Obama's dubious claim is inconsistent with world history and demands an explanation, the Republican National Committee said in a statement. Obama's frequent exaggerations and outright distortions raise questions about his judgment and his readiness to lead as commander-in-chief.
So obviously you'd have to say to Canada and Mexico that that's exactly what we're going to do.
And I think actually Senator Clinton's answer on this one is right.
But how much of that bluster is real? CTV News has learned that within the last month, a senior member of the Barack Obama campaign telephoned the Canadian ambassador to the United States, Michael Wilson. In that call, the Obama operative warned the ambassador that NAFTA would become part of the debate in the Democratic primaries and that Obama would take some heavy swings at the trade deal, but told the ambassador, "Don't worry, it's just campaign rhetoric. It's not serious." Canadian sources say that the message was taken as being completely authentic and representing the views of the Obama campaign. But last night in Ohio, where NAFTA is blamed for massive job losses, Obama promised the voters that he would do what his campaign privately told Canada he would not.
I think we should use the hammer of a potential opt-out as leverage to ensure that we actually get labor and environmental standards that are enforced.
Late tonight, a spokesman for the Obama campaign did not deny that the contact had been made. But it goes to the question of truthfulness. In other words, did Barack Obama say one thing privately to a foreign government and then say something entirely different to the voters of Ohio and Texas? And it appears that tonight that's exactly what he did, and that's exactly what the Clinton campaign is zeroing in on.
Thanks.